Hi Juan, I want to thank you for sending in your test samples for us to test on our die cutting presses. I'm going to go ahead and test this material here. I did one click on it earlier, and I used a steel rule die, cut out really nice with this material. I'll go ahead and show you how this works. Now this is the die I used. It's a .937 steel rule die. It has ejection foam in it to push out the material. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to lay this down here, set the die on top. Now you can do this either way. You can also mount the board on the top of the press, and with your blade up, lay your material on top of it and cut up. Just for the sake of the test here, I'm going to go ahead and just do this so I don't have to mount it up there. We'll slide it in, and as you can see, punches out very, very cleanly, very quickly, with nice edges. Now, I'll go ahead and do one more for you to show you how consistent it can be. Again, a nice, quick, clean cut. All right, and now I'll go ahead and test the other material with the same type of blade. Now what I did, I already tested it once and I cut it out, but we had a little difficulty. I used a clicker die on this, which is a 1 1/4 inch high die. I'll show you that here in a second. But this material seems to be a little tougher. So with my steel rule die, I'm going to cut first with just the die and show you what happens here. Now see, this had a problem cutting through the material. It scored it, but it did not cut all the way through. Now, what I'm going to show you, take a little piece of paper. This is just some scrap paper I had laying around here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this down underneath the material. Then we'll lay this down on top of that. You hear that little pop? That cut your material out nice and clean. Now I'm not sure why it does that, but some materials do. With a small adjustment, you can still get a good cut on your material. And as you can see, it also cut the paper underneath. So and this is with a steel rule die. Now a clicker die is a 1 1/4 inch high die that will not give you the same type of cuts. So I'm not sure what type of edge you're looking for on this. We'll discuss that after I send you this video. What I'm going to do is I'm going to switch out our boards because there's a different thickness of board to use for the clicker dies. Now, I'm going to go ahead and set this on here, and we'll put the clicker die on. And as you can see, it has the same result that the first die had, the steel rule die. Now, what I'm going to do is take a piece of the paper and stick underneath there with the clicker die on top. And as you can see, the clicker die didn't cut through, even with the paper. Now that's the difference between the two blades. One blade is like a Bowie knife, which is the clicker die, and the other die has a knife blade almost like a razor blade. So that's the difference between the two dies. Now I'll go ahead and send you this video over and we'll discuss it. Thank you.